What up, Facebook fam, Mercedes fam? Got the 2014 going up on dyno this Friday, just so we can put to test the OE tune that's so popular for the M276. On this one, my Silver Surfer, the 2012, I somehow mysteriously got a scratch, as you can see, all the way down the side of my car. I have no idea how it happened, but it's just through the clear coat, not even. So once you make it wet, you know it'll disappear, but then when that dries it comes back. You know that's a clear coat scratch. I have smaller spots on this car as well, as you can see right here. This one, it's not that bad. Once again, if you make it wet, it tends to disappear, but then when it dries, it comes back. So, I'm gonna put this stuff to the test right here. Saw a video, and it's a fairly simple process. You clean the area up with some detailer, and since this is a compound, you can actually rub it in by hand with a microfiber towel and whatnot, kind of like a little buffing action, but with your hands, and you can get these scratches out. So let's test this little spot before I do the whole side of my car, and let's see what happens. Alright, so with a little bit of elbow grease, you can see that for the most part that spot is gone, and it's dry. Shoot, I keep trying to stand in the way of the light here, shadows overcasting, but this is where it was, and I'm going to show you the little remainder of what I have to work on right there. And you can barely see that. Maybe I'll try moving it around here. It's had plenty of time to dry, so right there, you can see it right there. Just a hint. So if that did that for this right here, I can only imagine what it's going to do for that scratch. And I didn't have to take this to a detailer. That's the nice thing. That stuff works. That stuff works pretty well. I'm pretty stoked about that. Right here. Barely see it. I mean, barely. Wow. It's good stuff, guys. Touch up all the little swirl marks on the car, and maybe where your key goes in. I have this chrome cup here, but which came factory. However, your handles where the keys, where people use the keys here anymore, or whatever, just these small scratches I can make disappear. This is some awesome stuff. This is my next project spot right here on the rear bumper. Let's see if we can get it look any better. As you can see, I'll wet my finger, I'll rub it, it disappears, but it comes right back with the heat drying it up. So let's give it a shot, see if we can make that look any better. Okay, so this is after one pass. Hell, I about can't see it. Oh, there it is, right there. That was once a prominent spot that could just be seen. Now it's barely seen, and with a couple of applications of this stuff, I can bring that down to where it's really nice. I'm actually really impressed. I can clean this car up quite a bit now, and I guarantee you that that stuff will take care of that crazy scratch going all the way down my car. How nuts is that? I'll update you guys, but hell, you see the proof is in the pudding. No elbow grease, couple of passes, and bam, you're good to go, and you don't have to pay a detailer to buff it out. And here's a little video of sealing it. Once you're done buffing it and doing your thing, you obviously want to seal it to help keep it protected. So I know this works because through numerous washes, and I use Chemical Guys and all kinds of good, products to make my car shine. However, this little compound does the trick for little clear coat scratches. So the one that was on the very rear of the bumper, you just can't see it. I'll point it out because I have to get down on my knees. Right there where my thumb is. So I'll focus in on it. You can barely see it, and that's after one pass. And then we go over to here. Let me see where that one was. I gotta get around in the light to find it, which is right here. Okay, where were we? Right here. And so we'll kind of, you really can't see anything. Did a spectacular job. I'll work on this weekend, the side scratch. Okay, and just as a reference to what I did, I put my finger in a microfiber towel like that, dropped 2 dime-sized amounts of the material on there, and then I just got on the scratch, and I did rotating motions with pressure all the way up and down the scratch, just repeatedly for a few minutes, and that's a pass. Like 2 or 3 minutes worth of real good hard rubbing in circular patterns along the scratch. And then you dip your towel in water in a dry spot, and then come back and you do the same thing again, 2 or 3 minutes, and then you take a dry spot of the fiber cloth, wipe it off, wipe it down, and that's what you got. Wax it and seal it, if you like it. If not, come back and do a second pass and then wax it and seal it.